Join me. Imagine what we could accomplish together.
I'll join the team, be an X-Man.
We are the future, Charles, not them.
What do you think, I'm stupid?
You and I are not so different.
You can't keep denying what you are, man.
Because I'm the best there is at what I do.
You, me, we're exceptional. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero.
Plague, war, famine, morality doesn't even enter into it.
I've heard these arguments before.
Think about it, hero!
You are watching
Move, Throw.
a Marvel Crisis Protocol podcast.
I am Charles, also known as Omnis.
I am Danny, also as Irish Smart Like Rock.
Danny, I am so ridiculously excited about this episode. It is hard to contain.
Because we had to talk about more Asgard. I know.
Yes. It's all about Elendil. It's all about Elendil. Is Elendil the guest for this episode? Did you actually get?
I mean, I think they came upon Elendil riding down from the heavens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our guess is super fucking human. Like, let's be honest. Yeah, they definitely.
I mean, hey, mortals can go to Valhalla. It's happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, Danny, do you want any build up before we announce the guest?
Build up. I mean, this is like an old friend of the cast of both of ours, right? So, like, it is like a personal thing for us, I would say.
Yes. They. I mean, they've definitely been mentioned on the podcast before. That has happened for sure.
More than once. Yeah. And I think they are here to sort of, talk about a few things. See what's up.
All right. Here it is. And Muse on Colin has joined Move, Throw. Colin, what's going on, dude?
How's it going, everybody? It's nice to be in a fresh air type Seattle over here.
Yeah.
The freshest. Yes. Get out of, the slow rolling.
It's all the pollen and everything in the air over here in the Midwest. It's just awful.
We should sea breeze.
By the way,
so beautiful.
Colin, props on the background, buddy. Like, often when we have somebody on for the first time, I've had people with dirty laundry and stuff in the background. You got this cool nerd setup with movie swag. I love it.
If you could see 10 feet
the
that
Deadpool
way.
Wolverine, that's so good. That's so good.
The Deadpool Wolverine, it doesn't exist. It actually, it's really destroyed, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's all about faking things, you see.
Yep.
Well, so, viewers, we have acquired Colin in contract negotiations with Muse after Colin misses an episode. How did that even happen? How did we end up getting this deal? I didn't think they would ever let you go to free agency.
Allow you,
So what happened was they really badmouthed me like crazy. So then I just decided I was going to pull a Brandon Ayuk and just speed past the Muse locations and then just 80, 90 mile an hour in a 25 mile an hour zone. just being, I'm out of here. I'm heading to Seattle. So
we got the easy pickup. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, exactly. I was here in 10 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it works out great for us. I mean, as the common comparison for you, people refer to you as the Caleb Williams of Muse on Marvel.
Yeah,
and so, we feel
it's more like the Big Cat Williams.
Oh, okay.
If you understand that reference, you're like a diehard '90s Bears fan. So
I'm not gonna lie, I am not. I did not get that reference.
Yep,
I was just rolling with the punches.
So we wanted to talk about a few things, right, and see how things go today. So I was very excited about this when we started talking about it. So, where do you want to start?
Yeah, we got a bunch of things. I've got a little bit of hobby thing that I want to get in here somewhere. But Colin, where do you have a preferred starting place as our rookie of the year?
Oh man, I don't.
Let's call your first play, right?
My body doesn't feel like a rookie's body, but I mean, I don't know.
At least Nigel's not comparing you to Sarah Palin in his Discord.
That is crazy. That's like crazy. Yeah.
That was such an amazing thing.
Now the next thing we need to start is what political leader are we?
Yes.
Like we have to. Everybody has to
then you
give
start
each
doing
other a political leader.
rankings. This can get really funny very quickly.
Yeah, as long as I don't have a white chair, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it was like right before I'm like had just taken a shower. I'm like all fresh, just like chilling, like reading Discord a little bit right before recording. And suddenly I'm like, Nigel, how drunk are you right now? I don't understand this sentence.
I mean, maybe just into it.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is.
All right. Well, Colin, we've been kind of like running the bit for a while that we are the Muse on Colin show. And, you know, I tried to get your mom on, but she was too busy. And so we were trying to get the inside scoop on Colin. But do you wanna set the Silver Sable record straight? Because, you know how news gets, right? You know,
so,
they don't always tell the full story.
I know last week you guys talked about me turning heel on Silver Sable. And that
was some Hulk Hogan level shit.
I need to defend that one because I still love Sable to death. But the reason I don't think you should have Silver Sable on your like early game play experience as a new player that we would like to not lose to frustration is because she's not exactly a plug and play. Like there's models that like are your Nick Furies, your Emma Frosts, your Shang-Chi's that can be pretty much plug and play for threats.
Is Emma Frost plug and play? Like, I feel like she's she is not the easiest to play. Like she's not as complicated as Silver Sable, but
man, I played her for the first time and she basically manhandled Adam Warlock. She's plug and play. Like
it's like her whole game plan is just like she runs around and does stuff.
She does anything. Like it's like
runs around and does stuff.
Yeah, but Silver Sable is great in different ways. She has. I kind of think of her is every game. The reason I kind of just love her is that every game is different. She's never the same game to game. Some games she is headshotting and just deleting models. The next game, maybe her dice aren't working out, but she has a fallback plan of like manipulating the board and sending my people around, giving power, passing power, adding people's attack, and she's more of a support piece. And I just like that aspect of her game. And I think that range 5s, because of how they got rid of the D shape, range 5s become so much more valuable, and action economy becomes slightly less valuable just because you don't need that extra action economy to get to the outside Ds or what have you. Where now a range 5 model, which they tend to not give action economy, has more play on every map or more maps.
That's totally fair. I was curious. Yeah. I've been listening to Muse, but now it's been such a journey. I'm kind of curious because you guys were basically doing this like picking models that everybody would kind of like try out, right, and like sink their teeth into, and you did like Hulkbuster and stuff. How did you end up? Because you kind of picked Silver Sable for this, right? That was kind of how this got started. But I was like, so how did it happen that you looked down and you're like, yeah, Silver Sable's the one I want to dig into. Like, what got the juices flowing?
So if you remember,
and
back in the day when we first started that, we picked Silver Sable. Nigel and I both played Silver Sable into each other, and I played Defenders, he played X-Force, and his Silver Sable was 1,000 times better than mine. I basically threw her into the trash. And then
I did not remember this.
Yes, I hated her. I thought she was terrible.
So your heel turn was a while ago, and now you're coming back to the hero position.
Yes.
But yeah,
that's
then
normal.
It was the Dormammu change that actually got me to play Silver Sable.
Okay.
Because what she can do, if any model can start, because every model is effectively a Asgardian, so every model on turn 1 can pay for the additional dice.
Extra dice, yeah.
And so you can walk like a Nebula or something on turn 1 along and then shoot range 3, pay to boost, give her the power. Now she can move Dormammu as small and give him an extra power. And then he can just teleport onto the midline himself and then double tap, one of them being with a 7-die attack.
Yeah.
And so, the thing that Josh complained about with Dormammu was a 6-die attack isn't good enough for an 8 threat. So if you go a 7-die into an 8-die, like, it's much better.
Well, this is like the Smash thing, right? It's like the more dice you add to Dormammu, the crazier it gets.
Yep.
Well,
and so that's like
counting skulls, right? Like once you actually get the dice pools up a little bit higher, like then it just feels really consistent. But 6 is right in that realm where you're like, sometimes you still get 2 to 3 successes and it doesn't feel great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then, when I came to Web Warriors, I splashed Dormammu because Dormammu is better for webs into things like APOC and things like that. It gives us a better play into those into that root gameplay. So then I was like, well, Silver Sable. I love Silver Sable with him already, so this is a natural fit. And then I went into the tournament, and round 1 I played against Sweepy, and I had screwed myself because I needed to take Miles 1 for the drop to get what's his face, Adam Warlock, to drop an extra. I was just like, as many drops as possible so he can't hold things, because that's the disaster is when Adam Warlock can just hold things forever.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I have to play him over Ultimate, and I didn't have another 4 threat other than Silk. So I had to play both Silver Sable and Silk, and she was just so baller that I just kept playing her. And she's never really let me down.
I feel like that happens with a lot of characters where if they don't see play in their home affiliations, because people are like, oh, let me slot them as my affiliated 4. Then when it really works for you, you're like, ooh, okay, now I'm going to play this in other places too. But the models where you kind of miss that step, then you never really get to the point of ooh, do I splash this character? Unless they're broken from the get-go, right? Where you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm putting Shang in everything. But,
well, I think an example is there are models where not niche, they're like the B tiers, right? They're good, but there are certain leaderships or characters that buff them in a way that turns them up, right? Like Silver Sable getting an early power really just starts has a whole train going where her whole going on. Her whole problem is just generating more power. So I think there's just natural fits. And the issue is if you don't play those other characters, you only play what is quote meta, right? Then you'll never have the opportunity to think about these other characters and go oh, this is when I use this character. This is the situation.
All right. Well, Danny's playing Asgard right now. Colin, do you have a pitch for Danny to play Silver Sable in the Asgardians?
Yeah, it's literally what I just said. Because every model is an Asgardian. You have the 2 power to pay to immediately kick off the power train on her, and then all of a sudden your base Thor is just a 7-die builder, or whatever, or Sif getting a 6-die builder,
finally being 6-die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you might have to. It's a little tough, but if you have any Asgardian with any kind of decent range, actually kind of immediately kicks her off. I actually think she's interesting with them for sure.
It's actually really funny with Thor, right? Because you throw the hammer.
Yeah, exactly. You can do a 6-die. I mean, it costs 3.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who's the best one for this, because my first thought was Valkyrie and Elendil, right? Because they're probably walking and attacking the first round anyway, right? Because you don't want to do this with OG Valkyrie, because she's going to walk charge.
Yeah.
Right. And so she's not going to have power. But I was like, well, Valkyrie and Elendil would walk hit. But I'm like,
those are range 3.
That attack, that's a gainer. Right. So I also kind of want it to have the spike potential. So that's where I was like, who is the optimal person to get this bonus die?
Well, the good thing is what happens is that if she even throws out a gainer on the next turn, she'll have 3 power to do whatever she wants, which 3 power I think turns on her whole kit, right? Other than her spender.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, and then if you can just give Silver Sable, maybe she walks up, does a builder, then now Silver Sable has 3 power, and then she can move Elendil and Valkyrie. So that way now they start their next turn with 4 power, which is their spender 4 or 5.
Well, let's say it's 4.
If it's 4, then turn 2, she's got a automatic spender on anybody she wants. And you can position it properly, especially if you have priority.
It costs 4.
Because you're,
Yes, they're rubber.
So yeah, she actually gets an automatic spender on turn 2 with no, like, because it's all gainers, it's automatic power, and the Silver Sable move is automatic, so you can start her in base to base with anybody you want, and then boom.
Yeah.
Dude, it might be kind of like good on Angela, right? Because like
it's funny you were
Angela's-
thinking, like that is like the thing I want is actually Angela. Again, if
Yeah.
Pursuit was like guaranteed, she'd just go bananas in the situation.
but like she walks to the
that's true.
midline anyway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she can roll 6 dice, and she could spend the 2 power. And if she's rolling 7 dice, she's got pretty reasonable odds of getting 2 power to then throw terrain as
Yeah.
well. So, like
Slice people up
that
and
could,
around.
and like right if you're trying to use that ability to go, I really need to hit the pursuit trigger, right? Which is only a hit, but if you're like that's part of your plan, gaining another die on that attack could also be legit.
Those two actually kind of combo really nicely because you have the range 5 gun that can soften people up, and then Angela's like, if you don't get away from me, I'll just chop your head off. Right? Let's see what happens. Yeah.
I think Asgard, assuming Hero Midgard changes, they could be super positioned well in the next, I don't know, 2.0, 0.6.
You probably know Silver Sable better than anybody. Does the timing work out where she could raise the dice on the assassin attack? Right?
Oh.
Where
Yeah,
Angela
Wait.
spends 2
Angela's
dash,
ability.
gets to make another attack. Like, because there's still a pay the cost step in that, right?
Angelic
Like,
Assassin.
you target Angelic Assassin.
Yes.
Because
you
it's-
make an
it's
attack.
not like-
Because you make an attack.
Yeah, the Silver Sable thing doesn't say make an attack action. It just says at the, pay the cost step, which
Yeah,
happens
on-
after targeting.
On extra attacks, I believe you have the opportunity to pay because it's not during your
That's so
turn or-
goofy. It's so
Yeah.
good to follow up with 7 dice.
I mean, that's an interesting interaction as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh,
okay. There could be stuff here.
Imagine 7/7 Angela. the soft buffs so good for her. Her whole thing is just
Well, and her,
randomly
not being able to re-roll into her is
Yeah.
still like could be pretty
randomly
relevant
amazing.
when it comes out
right?
of,
She can
yeah.
throw like she's a size 4 throw. Like she does funny things.
Well, and more terrain, right? That's going to be range 2 of you with the denser tables and such.
We
So,
And then, obviously, Loki, Prince of Lies, he gets to automatically do it
yeah.
with that range 3 with a long move. It's like basically hit
Yeah.
anybody on the midline and still be within 4.
there is a
It's-
cost
yeah.
to that, right? Though, because like if you don't get 2 power, then you don't get to teleport someone else. So
That
you
is
are kind of
true.
you do really want to hit that 2 power, I think. But I guess also other people doing rerolls with. If you're playing Prince of Lies, he's probably your leader.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I think he's.
Yeah.
I hate that model so much. You have no idea. Like, Nick has just completely torched me with him, and to no extent, there's
Congrats,
no
Nick.
limit to
He's-
the amount of hatred I have for him.
Yeah. Nick and I talked about Loki too a lot. He's such an interesting character. Like it's hard to have a plan for him. You're just like, I don't know. Look, because
I remember when he came out, he was like considered absolutely busted. People were complaining about his win percentage. And then Thor 2 came to light. People just loved Thor 2.
Yeah.
And then Loki went away. But
It's
man,
weird.
Loki's still really good. Yeah.
Yep. I think the snare change was very good for getting the bubble round because the shapes are just better. So I think I've just been really trying to hone in on this list of Loki and what this looks like.
But there's also definitely a world where you could use it with Jane, right? Because she can't charge round 1, so you could potentially be walking, make a range 3 attack, which is
Yes,
not
actually.
crazy, and like be setting. If she's making a 7 dice attack, more likely, pretty good odds of building 1 power to make sure you're set up for the next turn still. So,
Well, there's a lot
I
of
can see it. There's cool stuff.
scenarios where someone is close enough to the midline or they're at the midline that she'll have a target to start off. So you just got to position her well.
Okay. Let me talk you into Hela.
This is
Okay.
going to be a hard sell. Let's see this happen.
I'm kidding. I can't do it. Don't play her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not,
I would love her, but my God.
I'm not even sure what she would need, in my opinion. Like, she's been changed. I don't know. I really don't know.
She's like still too killable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That back.
I think what it
don't
is,
know.
like the whole soul mechanic is that it's so hard to like depend on that. And it's so integral to the whole kit. It's like
If you let her go
no.
over 3 souls,
Yeah.
I think might do it. Like, I think the cap of 3 souls was because of the tokens, and because she comes with 3 tokens, and so it's like, all right, how much do we want to let her have? I think if she could go over 3 tokens, right? So she could still like be doing her kit, but then like keeping the survival stuff online. Maybe I don't know.
It's kind of like a sinister problem where having tokens means you're in this weird position of when to spend tokens because you have a hard time generating them.
Yeah.
And so it always feels like if you misuse it, you're like, oh, this is double bad. Right?
Yeah. It could be a thing where maybe she just needs like a little bit more consistency, right? Like if it's something where maybe she counted skulls in the defense roll or something. Not anything like crazy, but just like
Just
maybe
evened
like
out,
give her the notch, because you're like on Mummy, it feels like Mummy's soul gaining attack is so much better because at least he can like spend souls to like gain
You
wild.
just keep cycling in, and so it's like, okay, like at least like, what's funny is that his soul gimmick is more consistent and feels very flavorful, where hers is like, okay, like it works.
Yeah.
And I can see where you're going with this, but like she's not doing it herself, right? She's not generating gear very passively. You're like, okay, I hope this works out. Oh, my stuff's dying? Sick. I prefer if your stuff died.
Yep, that would be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice if her souls just did a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
Or maybe if you were to
Obviously,
cap it,
they
like,
did
the
Mummy
individual
into it,
souls
like-
do more. Yeah.
Clearly Mummy was
Something
them
like that.
learning from the Hella problem and like, let's design a soul stealing character doing it well.
yeah,
I wanted to talk a little hobby stuff before we get into everything else, because I finally got around to making a mold of the little pillars that come with one of the Apocalypse kits. Like, you can kind of see it on the video, but I've been putting these pillars and stuff on the bases, but you only get 2 of them with the piece of terrain. I only need so much terrain. So I finally got off my ass.
And set around.
And
I mean, it's a lot of work to make the press molds.
well, yeah, I'd made molds for cosplay stuff back in the day, but I'd never actually made it for minis, which is kind of weird. But I kind of got off my ass, made the mold for it. I don't have a degasser, so I can't pull like the bubbles out of the silicone and the. I should probably get one, but these are supposed to be ruins, so having them be broken apart, so even if there's like bubbles and like part of the
Bubbles are
outside,
random.
like it can be damage, right? Like this stuff
well,
is
small
not supposed to
shapes.
be-
Small shapes are good to do too.
Yeah.
So shouldn't
But,
be too many bubbles. Too many large bubbles. I should say.
The thing I was most worried about is because those have the little like carvings in the side, like these really like small engraving on the side of the pillars. And I just wasn't sure how well the silicone that I got was going to replicate that. But so far it seems
like the
good.
texture.
Yeah, seems good. And it seems like taking them out of the mold is not destroying that little bits of silicone for the most part. So I'm probably going to be able to make like 20, somewhere in the range of like probably 20 to 30 of these pillars with like basically like $30 of resin. And so pretty happy about that. It was just like a fun little hobby project, and I'm excited to work on more bases. And there's a lot of stuff. I just think it looks really good with the sand bases and like that pillar, adding a little bit of metal to the bases and stuff. I don't know. It's just a little project I'm pretty excited about.
Well, I think it just breaks up and kind of unifies all of the models in the theme. Besides, like the visual, like the paint scheme, like the bases, the sand, I should say. It's like an
Well, I love the
element they're all
broken
sharing.
ones. Like,
Yeah.
giving Cable one. Like,
So all
are you doing like all your APOC models in that? Is that the idea? Like,
I've been kind of after I started doing the APOC and did the APOC like display thing, I started switching all of my models to that basing scheme where like everything is battling apocalypse in the desert.
all right.
It's one giant world war.
Yeah. Obviously it doesn't go on everyone. Like anyone who has energy on their base, I usually like leave it off because that provides a nice contrast with the sand and that sort of thing. But it definitely gives my models like a different feel. Like I see very, very few people do sand theme. Like for their insect
actual like desert-y theme.
Yeah.
Yes. I could see that. I think it's like a nice color for a lot of schemes. And you can do like some purples in there and sand and do red and stuff. So you make a little variation.
It was actually a funny thing where Shatterpoint helped me because when I was trying to paint sand for the very initial Shatterpoint terrain, I fucking hated it. I thought my concept for how I was doing it looked awful and didn't work. And so then when I purchased the Apocalypse stuff, I was like, well, this plan didn't work. Let me try something different. And like the new system worked way better. And so like my sand scheme all started with doing the stuff for Apocalypse. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's great. I had to paint sand. I'm doing sand for my Mandalorians, and it's getting the good contrast of browns to tan is like pretty difficult. So yeah.
So here's my system for sand. I'll do a little bit of like so I mix Monument Hobbies fine and coarse of their like terrain basic stuff. I mix those two things together so it has some fine and some coarse. And then I put it on where I want on the base, let that dry. Then I paint the whole thing in yellow ochre by Monument Hobbies. It's a really desaturated yellow. When that dries, basically I dry brush like an ivory over the top. And then I'll dry brush very lightly white over the top. Then I use Army Painter Light Tone. Light tone, making sure, not soft tone, light tone.
Light tone. Yeah.
The light tone, even thinned down a little bit, and I put that over it. And then, depending on how you feel about it, you can do a little a little bit of dry brushing over that. But some combination of that. That's how I get mine, and I end up really liking how it looks, and it has a range of depth, to brown, because the light tone still gives you some of that. It darkens the.
Well, it's going to blend all those layers together, really. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It'll settle the yellow and give those bases, give the crevices, I should say, some coloration, and it'll be very varied, right? Because all the different crevices are causing pools and all sorts of stuff. So it works out nice.
Yeah, and if you ever do like one where like the wash ends up being like too heavy, you just like do the dry brush step again, and
dry brushing
that's been my
is the secret key to everything.
Pretty much. I'm an absolutely like mediocre painter. I am a god tier dry brusher.
You go to
it just
work
does a lot
man,
for you. It does a lot.
I could use some more money. Just start dry brushing some papers at work, and all of a sudden you have more money. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's something I don't like a lot, like edge highlighting and stuff. It's just like it's so time consuming compared to dry brushing and doing layers. It's like, it's not happening, man.
Yeah, that's why I keep on staring at this guy, because I don't know what to do with all of the silver. And it's like, okay, do I just dry brush everything? I don't know.
I want to go back, and I want to, because I did not put on the missiles. One of the things I'd like to do, because I've done it on a couple of models, like Star-Lord's guns and such, where like the blaster, like the end, like the bare end of the barrel, basically, you do, because I've painted Star-Lord blasters in real life. I have life-size resin Star-Lord blasters, and you want that to look like energy has come out of it and kind of like singed it a bit. And so you do this like black to purple to blue is like kind of the effect. And so I've really wanted to do that on the guns on Ironmonger, like on his like wrist launcher stuff. And so like the barrels look more used in that that's kind of singed is not right. I'm sure someone who's like been in the military knows the right term for what
it's like something with, well, it's high heat, you're oxidizing, right? Like the area and stuff. So like scorched or singed, or I was thinking of like transparent paints are good for that. Able to do those layers and everything, blend it over like metal effects, or doing as like a top layer to other things too. I always enjoy that stuff.
But I mean like that, right?
Great.
Like where you
you
just get some of that kind of effect going, and
dude, how are you not a Guardians player?
I really wanted to be a Guardians player, but
can't double dip.
So the funny thing is, Danny, after last week where I was confessing that I'm like had really been wanting to play, like I had this list in the back of my head for months that was Star-Lord. What if my main list is Star-Lord, Bill, Moondragon with Mind Stone, and then like probably Nova, and play this like much more control game. And I was just looking at Danger Room today, and they were all fucking talking about this list. And they're like playing it in tournaments and stuff. And I was like, damn, I definitely should have tried that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was the first person to come up with it or anything. It was just one of those things that was in my head. I'm like, man, Star-Lord handing out like defensive rerolls and like the displacement of Bill and Moondragon. That actually sounds like really legit and like would give me an excuse to play Nova, who could work in that. Like, that sounds really cool.
Well, it's only like 11 points, so like it gives you just like a nice solid base to do stuff. And
Yeah.
Bill, right? Like,
Now I'm like,
Yeah,
might
those
just
rerolls
hold this
is
thing
insane.
like the whole episode.
I don't think you need
like
to
the
play
one-
Bill in Guardians. I think he's more of an Asgard model.
stuff, boy, I do love him. It just gives a lot of fun options to play with that list. And I think those kind of characters do really well with rerolls on offense or defense because it really depends like what models are around you and how afraid of those models are you. You're like, wait a second, like, you can't really hurt me. I'm just going to punch you to death.
Yeah.
And that's like the thing about Moondragon and Bill. I've both noticed like there's certain models that just like don't hurt them. They're just like, you just go away. I'm not going to deal with you.
Yeah, that's actually why I stopped playing Ultimate Spider-Man, is because I took 8 actions into Moondragon and couldn't daze her.
Yep. She's like, I know Kung Fu, dog. Yep.
Yep.
Colin, I was going to ask you, so our last episode, not giving you shade if you haven't listened to it, but it's like actually has been like the episode that we've gotten the most comments on of like any episode we've done in a very long time, which I thought it was just this random topic that I wanted to talk about. I was, you know, like, cause you guys have been podcasting for super long time. And you know, sometimes you guys come up with a topic for an episode and you're like, this is a fucking banger. This is going to be one of our banger episodes. And you like know it because you know the topic is legit.
Yeah, Jody Husenfruit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then there's other times where there's shit you're like, man, I think we're just going to do this episode this week because it's probably the only week that I care enough to talk about this. So we're just going to do it. And that was what last week was, where I thought it would be kind of filler to the audience. And people were coming on and being like, God, you guys brought up like fucking City of Heroes and like Danny's board game selection is so great. And like everybody wanted to talk about like my like questioning what I should be playing. And so I thought I would kind of throw it back to you because the concept was basically like I was actually finding playing Bastion Sentinels to be a little bit boring. Not bad, just not super enjoyable for the way that my brain works. By comparison, I wasn't excited about Mighty Avengers because I don't really care about those characters. But as soon as I played it, I was like, man, this is fun as fuck, and wanted to play it more. But you went on a little bit of this journey recently, and it like took you to Web Warriors, and then you were trying Sentinels. And so, like, do you have any advice or thoughts on the topic about like how you kind of zone in on like picking stuff that you want to play? Because obviously we've got like the Nigels out there who constantly play things where the play style is bad for them, but they play it because they love the characters and like go through this love-hate journey the whole time.
Nigel will tunnel in on mutants. And so he'll do X-Men, Cyclops, and then he kind of dabbles into X-Force with, you know, and then he dabbles into Weapon X, and then he New Mutants. He's liking New Mutants. He wants to do Hellfire Club now. Like, you know, that's like where he's always going to be. He'll never be an Avengers player. He'll never be, you know. For me,
he's never sacrificing theme for play style, right? And like that's where
he will throw in splash characters, but he always has his home base of mutants, and then because he's like all of us, you know. You buy every model in the line because we have no.
What else do you do, right?
Yeah, we have to support the game somehow, and so he buys splash models. For me, what I tend to do is, so a couple of years ago, I started for the podcast where I wanted to focus in on get things painted. That was like my big thing. I didn't have any focus on what I'd paint next, that type of thing. So what I did was, because I still had no focus in what I wanted to play, So I made 3 lists, and I forced myself to not move on until I had those 3 lists fully painted. When I had a list fully painted, I could start playing something else and work it into rotation. To now the point where I basically have all of my MCP painted. So now I'm just a wandering, I'm just a wandering samurai, just looking for something to play.
Ronin, just trying to find a home.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. But I still kind of keep that same trend of I play 3 different lists at any given time. And I always take 3 lists to the shop, mainly because I play against Nigel. I'm the only one who's currently playing Nigel online. So I don't want him to have to see the same thing over and over again. And I don't care if I see the same thing from him because, I see other things.
Because you're going to see the same thing from Nigel. He's whatever the train be going, this train is going.
Yeah, and I know that when I go to game night, I'll play against Guardians, I'll play against Avengers, I'll play against whatever. So then when I right now, my lists are I have a Cyclops, X-Men, Sentinels, and then Kang. And then I throw in Dormammu every once in a while for a little spice. But yeah,
that's fine. I mean, it's
By the
also
way,
when
Colin,
you're playing different lists, it makes it up too.
I just wanted to formally apologize because after Adepticon, 3 years ago, or is it 4 years ago now, where I played a game against you and I played a game against Nigel. And afterwards, the next episode that you guys recorded, you were like, fuck pay-to-flips. Who the fuck uses these? And I was like, I dropped pay-to-flips and won priority into both Nigel and Colin and made them play pay-to-flips. And then you didn't call me out and you're like, you weren't like, fuck Omnis. You were, but in my heart, I was listening going, I just made both of them play pay-to-flips.
In all fairness,
I did not realize you guys hated it.
Especially at that time, we were very against pay-to-flips.
Yes.
But they were the most brutal version of pay-to-flips as well.
All the punishment.
No, it wasn't.
There was
You guys missed early Deadly Meteors.
Oh, sure.
That shit was when Deadly Meteors was a C shape, and so they were all on the midline. And if you scored 2, you got all the points.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
So if you scored 2, you got 3 points or whatever, or something like that.
It was
but
worse.
it was more rewarding for you. So it was getting 1 didn't matter. That one was actually pretty fun in its day. But yeah, I think it was more brutal. There was a window where you could play Madmen, Meteors, and Spider Portals, and the lists that were not prepared for that really did not like it.
Nice. But yeah, so we had kind of a hatred of pay-to-flips, and I don't know exactly when we started to come around on pay-to-flips, but it had to have been when I started playing X-Men, because that's when you play X-Men, you have to play pay-to-flips. It's just how it works. But yeah.
I have such a love and hate relationship with pay-to-flips. Right? Because I've won games and lost games because of pay-to-flips. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely betraying. It's our game, we both fail.
Yeah.
I was sure. Why not?
4 dice fail. Whatever.
Uncontested, yeah, why not?
Yep.
It was blank skulls,
And then your opponent's I need 2 successes, I need 3 successes. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad when they get a 3 success, and you're like, how? How is this possible?
Yep.
Man, I just don't have the negative experience that other people do with pay-to-flips. I've definitely
Did
had
that not just trigger you?
No.
Did you not just oh my god.
This is Silent Hill, where the other characters are wait, you see demons? And you're like, wait, what do you see? What are you talking about?
I definitely have the moments where I'm doing the first round, and I'm all right, the plan is that this character will go flip this point, and they're the last ones who can do it, and then not get it. I've definitely have that, but the big mega don't flip. The one that I felt the worst for is I think I was watching a Sploosh TTS game, and now mind you, so I forget what the matchup was. I think but I think his last model was Mystique, and basically if Mystique walks over and does an uncontested flip, he wins the game. and he fails it 3 dice, right? And so like the odds of failing that are not high. But the thing was, if it wasn't a pay to flip, he would have lost it a long time ago because he was constantly scoring points that the other team couldn't go flip back. And so the whole reason that he was on the verge of winning was because it was a pay to flip. But like, I've never had that experience of all of my pay to flip games. I've never had one where I'm like, I've got this in the bag. I need to go make an uncontested flip. I lose the game. Like, I've never had that.
Yes.
Crazy.
Man, I absolutely lost games because of that. Or I watched my opponent try to flip underneath. I was like, oh, you can roll multiple successes. I can't. That's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
Love to see.
I mean, I said it like a gajillion times on the show, but like, part of the reason why I like pay to flips is right. Like sometimes the dice spike and then you have a dazed character, right? Who's on their injured side. And now they don't matter for secures unless they're facing like where an injured character on a pay to flip still matters. Like that injured character could still come over there and flip the point. And so they could matter for a secure. And that's where like I've always been at it. I'm like, at least my injured character could matter. Whereas if it was a normal secure, this guy who got like one shot literally wasn't going to matter anymore unless he runs off and holds something by himself.
Well, I mean, how they matter is by using the power they just gained in order to do something cool, like kill their models in return.
Yeah,
so,
like, stuff.
Yeah, or
there's a podcast out there whose like main motto is, that's MCP, baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get flipped and you don't do shit.
Yep.
That is
Sometimes
true.
you just
roll
flip
dice,
rolls. Flip, double spender, nothing happens. Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's why you have cool leaderships that let you move things without dice.
Yeah. I forget who it was, whether it was you or actually I think it was Ryan from Strike Better. He was talking about, I think, an Adepticon game where he played all webbed up to specifically slow someone so that he could immediately use the Amazing Spider-Man leadership to displace them, which like set up winning the game. And it was like, when you talk about it, it's not really, doesn't seem that wild, but like realizing like that's the way to play your tactics card to potentially win the game. Like when I was listening to it, I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like why I play it.
Outs. Yeah.
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 Like, wait,
ASM,
if this model moves, you're not contesting. I can double contest. I win 3 points. The game ends. Let's go.
Yeah, no, that's like the reason the reason why ASM is so powerful is that that all webbed up turn will always be the best webs can possibly do on all webbed up. Because like they can always apply for 1 power. They can apply a 4 extra dice on 2 actions, 2 extra dice on 2 different actions, like for attacks, or they can just displace a model. Man, when I had an opponent that had a Malekith that was slowed and had already activated, and then I just walked Wong up to displace him off the secure. It's like when a 2-point Wong is displacing a Malekith, that's insane.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things that can happen in webs. I was thinking of your Dormammu earlier. I was like, there's actually webs where you give them power, they go insane and start fighting. Well,
Yeah, that's why it's such a good pair. Yeah.
Well, right. I was trying to think if Malekith is on the middle of an objective, right? You can't displace him off of it.
base 2 wives, he's large.
Yeah, because you can't block off contesting an objective with 1 large base, right? Like that's mathematically impossible. Yeah, am I crazy? No, because they're not 3 inches wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
right? So if you put Malekith on the middle of an objective, then the range 1 displace won't get him off. But if he's a couple millimeters any direction, then you can get him.
The other argument is like, can you perfectly place on the tokens or the terrain and kind of offsets everything, and like you can body block as well, right? But yeah, it's just very unlikely.
Yeah.
And that's like a situation where theoretical versus actual, because in theory you're like, oh, you're never gonna get to happen, and you can perfectly place. In reality, you're like, yeah, that's so unlikely to ever play out that way.
The Ominous over here trying to defend Malekith. He's
Yeah.
had his day. Let him die.
No, I'm not defending Malekith. I was just thinking, I'm like, in my head, I was like, is there a way for you to position to defend against that? And I'm like, I think there is, but it's been a while since I played Malekith. On that note, I feel like Malekith might be underrated.
No.
Like, he does seem like in the world
Wait, it's underrated, or they shouldn't come back.
I mean, I don't think he should come back, but I do occasionally like look at Malekith, and I have played against Malekith in the last year and be like, that is still a guy who rolls 7 dice attacks, and it is not that difficult to get him to charge right like round 1. And so like in that like super attrition mojo that I'm like, is this guy really done? He is like
Problem's
not
Shang.
hard to kill.
Weirdly Shang. Because
Yeah.
like Shang, like the martial artist, the energy defense is like, oh, you didn't kill me? Actually, go away, kitty.
Yeah. But his builder's energy, right? So at least it's like not
It
the
is
Shang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the strongest.
So I
Yeah,
have
like,
counting
obviously
Lex in
Shang is not
3,
the
it's like
optimal. Yeah.
Malekith used to get the charge and the hit to really, he needs both to do. So he only gets the one,
Yeah.
it's like, it's okay, you kind of come back. So it's hard for him to consistently just kill Shang outright. Unless he dies. And then like the
agree,
7 versus a
like-
4, you're like, sure, like if your slave wants to go kill a 4, like, I can do something else and try to figure out the rest of the game.
But Shank's
You can always
also a
flop rolls.
defender, so
Yeah. Which is like, yay!
yeah. I did actually play that matchup right before squad goals.
Yeah.
Cole, the other Des Moines team, I don't remember what their name was, something about goblins. But he was playing defenders, and I played my Cabal Malekith list, which the whole point was to play my own portals and then take healing factor models to teleport through for free, and then like charge off with like a Weapon X model.
Start killing, yeah.
Yeah, so I was taking like Weapon X, and Weapon X was just a monster. It was actually a fun list. I will play it again. But yeah, Malekith just like he constantly failed dice against Blue Marvel. Just like they just came at each other and just fought forever.
each other,
Malekith
yeah.
healed a bunch, but it's like a tough matchup. And like when you're relying on MCP dice to like get you through, man, when those skulls don't come up, you're like you just feel so bad. Yeah.
Like you do have Dark Rain, that card is good. It's do you do it to try to daze someone, or do you save it to try to KO someone, right? And then you're relying on dice, see what happens, like what's the rest of the list doing? Like I played Malekith on release, and man, it just can be so hit or miss with those dice. So hit or miss.
Yeah.
I'm just
Might as well
surprised
like
at
the
the
good
people who
skulls.
like the Unga Bunga shit. They're like, man, like Malekith still feels like his math is like reasonable, and like he's still Cabal and can like play Zemo and like it.
Yeah,
he was just someone I was
Zemo
looking at.
is
I'm like, man, that does not seem that hard to like make a good Malekith list.
Well, I just feel like if you're playing Cabal, there's Red Skull 3 right there. He's just like a
Maybe
blast
play
to
that
play.
too.
Or Kang now. Everyone's
Yeah.
like deep in the Kang bang.
How is Kang Ben for you?
How's been the gangbang, man?
So my Kang bang has just basically been me playing Magneto and just swinging a six enter around and just going full rerolls. Yeah, no,
Sounds
Magneto
like my
has been
daily
awesome.
life.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him.
But yeah, no, that was like what I was doing. I haven't played that many games in all honesty. I played like I think 2 games against Nigel and then 2 games against somebody against like Lance actually. And it was like I think so this was like a big thing with Sweepy at the shop was because I one rounded with Magneto a She-Hulk. And then we had to go through the math. So then I physically rolled the dice out, and I did it again, and I was like, "See, it's just 2 for 2,
Gotta.
100%
Yeah.
of the time." Magneto 1 round She-Hulk. But yeah, it's like Kang is like awesome, but also like he's so squishy, but he's like so good at deleting one model at a time, and then his shock AOE, I do it way too much. and it's never good. It's always awful. And I keep on going like, well, maybe this is the time. It's 3 models. How can that be bad?
Yeah. How can this go wrong?
And then he does no damage, and I'm like, that was my 6th threat.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's like he's been awesome. The MVP is Ronin, actually, under Kang. Ronin,
I've been a Ronin
and
defender my entire life. So
Yeah.
speak to me.
Ronin and Echo. I think those are both splashes that I like to take.
good.
Echo with Unlocked Skulls is like, it's like she's like on a whole different level.
Yeah, like just the power curve on her goes insane. The more dinosaur,
Yeah.
the better fixing she can get. Like, is so crazy.
I mean, this is a spoiler for Flushers and Gushers, but Kang is like my Ronin, like AoE'd, like I think 3 or 4 of Nigel's models, and KO'd / dazed 2 to 3 of them. I think he left just like after it was like just Domino or something that lived, and like everybody else was dead. And I was like, man, this felt great. Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, so what I'm thinking is I have a plan for the bonus episode, but for the wrapping up of this episode, I thought it'd be fun for each of us to talk about what model we are most hoping the errata revitalizes our interest in.
Oh.
Does anybody want to go first? Colin, do you want the honors?
I mean, mine seems
What?
so obvious.
Is it?
Is it?
It's
I mean-
Silver Sable.
But she's already good right now. Like
I want her to be even better. If everybody thinks she's trash, and then if she gets a buff, oh my god, it's just through the roof.
Well, I think it's likely, right? She doesn't have invulnerability, right? And she's a 5/6 right now.
Yeah, for health, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
she's
she'll
5
get
on
looked
the
at.
front. Yeah.
She's definitely clunky.
If they're doing a whole revamp of 4 threat characters and their health, I think she almost certainly becomes 6/6, right? Like at the very least. So it
Just
feels
tough.
very likely that you at least get a bump. But you're liking her now. I
Yeah,
was kind of
I'm-
meaning this in a way of like something you're not playing right now that you're like, I want to go back to playing that character, and maybe just a health bump is all it needs to
Okay.
bring him. But it's also like not like, I know you love Phoenix, right? But
I'm gonna
we all-
leave Phoenix
I mean, it's
out
one of
'cause
the-
she is like
yeah.
she needs a whole rework.
she needs more than health, right? Like clearly.
So my pick is actually Shocker. He's a model I desperately want to play and I
love
want to like.
Herman Schultz.
And if he was just tougher and could really sit in the like basically like really sit in the
mix.
pocket, like good old Ben Roethlisberger. If he was just Ben Roethlisberger, just not with going to the bathrooms with the women, but if he was
I
just
was gonna say, like, that's the
But if he-
wrong shocker with consent is what we're like.
yeah. So so Shocker.
Remember, Ben is a traumatic experience for me. Not as much as the women that apparently he should have given asked for consent from first. But I had to watch that Super Bowl, and the first time the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl, and I have to watch Ben do the shit that he was doing.
Yeah.
I have nightmares about him reaching across the end zone after he's tackled, and that shit haunts my dreams. So pick something better than Ben.
If Shocker was like a 7/6 for health, oh my god. I mean that might be too much, but
Yeah, he's a 3.
He's a 3,
not
but
being
he needs to be
He's a
tanky.
dice reduction. He's got
Yeah.
his whole.
Yeah, go all in, man.
6,
Nick Fury can have
because
it.
he's 5'5" right now, right? He's 5'5".
Yeah, he's 5'5".
It wouldn't be crazy for him to go 6'5", but
he's wearing a whole suit.
yeah, he feels like you could play him now. Shocker doesn't seem bad to me. He just has competition with other solid 3s in the affiliation.
In my
but I guess
experience, he just dies.
Yes.
It's it feels like he shouldn't,
explodes.
and then he's just gone. I'm just okay. I mean, I guess they were outside of range 2.
There's a lot of range 3 attacks, and you're like, oh, Fury just beats me up. Yep, Fury just beats you up.
And he's
I think
basically just
6'5"
gonna,
is reasonable. because Lizard's 6'5", and Lizard has invul, and they're the same threat. They're in affiliation, so it would make
And
sense that he could be
healing factor,
6'5"
so,
or 6'6".
I mean, Lizard's a lot better. Lizard's a lot faster. Oh no, they're the same speed. But
Yeah, I was like,
but he doesn't have like a character throw. It's like basically he's gonna walk, and then the next turn he's gonna maybe like stagger somebody.
The thing is, with Lizard, you could throw him into a mix and be like, he probably won't die. Right? There's a lot of scenarios where you're like, he's tough enough, he'll be okay. That's not true with Shocker.
That's not.
Yeah.
yeah. Invul
Maybe
is
if he was
just
like a
the better
4-4-3.
defensive power.
Yeah,
No,
Shocker's my
I
guy.
think Shocker's a good. Is it criminals or is it wanting to go back to Spider Foes? Like,
Oh, it's definitely
or-
Spider Foes.
okay,
They're just the most gorgeous affiliation,
yeah.
and I want to play the coolest looking things. And
We
they've
really
just
need a
been-
meta with foes being like near the top. That would like
Those is fun.
this game would
I mean,
grow
listen.
if foes were near the top.
I mean, they have game. It's like they're missing
Yeah.
point levels. They're missing a 5 threat.
Yeah, like
Like-
weird gaps.
Yeah.
How about if their leader didn't suddenly stop getting to interact with shit?
Okay, Nigel.
All right, Charles, do you want to go next?
No, Dana, you go next. Let's hear from.
I already had this
from-
prepared along.
Yeah,
I already
do it.
talked about this before. Hulkbuster,
Yeah.
easy.
That's a really good answer.
Because Tony is like the character I'd go back to Avengers for. I'd be like, I want to play Hulk.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Hulkbuster
Yeah.
never actually does anything in any media. Never does anything. Hulkbuster's just there to get exploded.
He beat the
I think-
Hulk.
I think Hulkbuster's
Yes,
activations,
the
when you
current
have
one, yeah.
activations with Hulkbuster, his activations are awesome. It's just that if he faces anything that's like reasonably attacky, he dies. But
Oh,
like,
I meant narratively. In the game,
Oh.
so Hulkbuster, the big suit,
Okay.
actually is a very good model.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love Hulkbuster suit. I wish the leadership was a little different, but it's like a minor quip. Yeah, but the model itself is fine. It's when you get out of the suit, it is like it's such a terrible experience. It's like night and day.
So
It feels so
Well, and
bad
it's
for my
like-
600 to be like, what is happening right now? I'm gonna die.
but like not having power either, right? Like not even be able to like
Yeah.
fund tactics cards. So it's not even like, oh, well, I have 10 power so that I can do a cool Helios laser or something.
Yeah.
Right? Like it has such anti synergy with everything he wants to do.
Yeah, it's so goofy.
Because of
I hate it.
the summoning the suit back bullshit that doesn't ever happen, like has to make it so he doesn't get power to start.
I
I had that
do have to-
really fun Hulkbuster Hulk Sam Luke list that was just like fun to play and goof around with. I was like, I've got the bubble of death. You want to fight me? Let's go.
I do have to shout out Josh. Josh was able to let his opponent resuit up the Hulk at Second Wind last year, and basically Josh just had to commit. He had to just get out of that game.
Yeah.
He did not win that game.
Like Meteor Punch is a great spender. It's
I love
hurts so
spenders
bad
where
when
your
Meteor
opponent
Punch-
doesn't get power.
Yeah. It just hurts when you don't get that throw. Can you damage? No damage. Okay. That's just
Yeah. That's MCP, baby.
that's MCP.
Sorry,
I would
sorry, Colin. I'm not
legitimately
trying
go
to like
back.
bring
Yeah.
back sore memories of your old team, and how they
did to me.
mistreated you. And
Yeah, and I just think it would be a very different play style for Avengers that isn't just like the caps basically and going through and could kind of remind bring some other models going around and have more of like a shooty style Avengers list. I think it'd be more like thematic for them.
do you think they'll touch up his leadership? Like, do you think that might be a thing that they just because he is like the most gorgeous model in the whole line?
Yeah, isn't it you pay for? Is it always damage reduction? Or you pay for damage.
Yeah,
reduction?
it just
always.
all you know.
I could
one
see
less
that
damage.
there's more
from all-
throws now, right? So I could see them sort of leaving that part of it because it's just like a DR against throws. It's like, okay, like just generally the list is tougher against throws, but I just feel like the second benefit could change.
Is there a second benefit?
I thought it was throw. There was something else. Really,
I think
thought
it's
you-
just that. I think it's just you take
So
one less
sad.
damage from throws. I think that's
that is
literally it.
So sad. Let's double
Yeah.
check. That's it.
Yeah.
It's literally
I
just
look
reduced
at-
by one. That is just
definitely.
What if it was just like flat out damage reduction, like reduced to 1?
That would be
No other, like no,
too
literally just DR. I was
Yeah.
like, interesting, but reduced
if
to
it
1,
was
but
like
it's
you
minimum
just-
1, not even like
Yeah.
0, right?
But even that would be really good. I feel like if you just
Yeah,
like, oh my,
but it'd be
team
very
has-
different.
Yeah,
Team Tough
it
Boys.
would be well, especially in the new era
Right?
of like higher hit point models. You're like, all right, I'm going to play cool. I would
Just
be
don't
ready
have it
for
stacked,
That sounds
right?
fun to me.
So have a
So
second
what
damage
about-
reduction. You can't like double every damage because that'd be crazy, right?
What if it was like whenever they take damage, that they get like a bump towards the model that damaged them?
Oh,
it's like if
they all
they
get
get,
aggressive.
They all get like a mini aggressive.
I can see that.
So it's like you have like a defensive and offensive like bit of a leadership.
I feel like that'd be
it's
good
not.
with models. So an ability you don't get to use as often is like hit and runs and stuff, where you get to use them like doing retreats. You're like, okay, I'm going to start attacking. So having ways to get into characters, do like a builder, then do a retreat attack and start doing falling advances. You're like, oh, I'm punching you, but you can't touch me. Right? And like that, like just having a different sort of momentum play, right, would be very different for them. And I think just, having a combo play would be like just a fun Avengers thing.
I mean, something like that on him specifically might be too good. Is him basically having bump to like count like
He's crazy in convocation. Like, honestly.
yeah. Man, if only
But
he could
what
be
holds
that
him
good
back in
in
convo, the thing that holds him back in convo is Tiny Tony. So, like,
Yeah.
if he got buffed up, he'd be insane in convocation. Because you'd never be able to put him down. Every time you shoot him, he's just teleporting around, he hit and runs. You're like, he's just all over the map.
Dude, I would love if they just got rid of Tiny Tony and said Tiny Tony is an alternative sculpt for Iron Man 1 from the OG core set, and Hulkbuster is just
Sad
Hulkbuster the whole
HB.
time.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be? Like, you double up, you get a better sculpt for core set Tony.
Yeah, that's just what I want Phoenix to be. Split her into 2 models. That's just the way it should be.
Phoenix and Dark Phoenix, just be done with it.
Yep. Like the fact that one of the most gorgeous models in that Phoenix Unleashed is like just like a proxy for 1 turn basically, and then she's almost always gone. Like, come on, that just needs to be on the table. It's so depressing. But
We'll see.
Yeah, I feel that way.
maybe one day.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of models that would take just a little bit of tweaking that haven't been touched in a very, very long time. I'm not sure Hulkbuster's ever been touched.
Nah, no, he's never been changed. I had an answer in my brain that I thought was interesting because I didn't want to just answer Black Panther, and then while you were talking, I forgot my answer, and I was like, "Oh
Clearly
shit!"
it's Black Panther.
I mean, I can go back to the Black Panther, but there was something I thought would be an interesting discussion, and then I
Claw.
forgot what it was.
Just gonna
Claw
start
is
naming
so
models.
fun. It's like the whole thieving gimmick. It's just funny to me.
But yeah, Black Panther is definitely one where I'm like, God, all this guy probably needs is some hit points, and I would love to go back to playing like OG Panther.
I'm telling you, if OG BP went to 7-6, like, he would just be an absolute terror. Like, absolute nightmare fuel to deal with that guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that feel like they need maybe like more than just hit points. There's some characters where you're just like, just hit
Well, I'm
points.
just looking at Nick Fury, and I'm looking at T'Challa, I'm like, come on, guys, come on. You gotta give me this. You gotta
No
give me
way.
this.
We can't have 2. I mean, what about World War II Cap, or his counterpart? Whatever.
Cap
He-Man.
3.
No.
Original Human Torch.
Human Torch. Yeah.
Yes.
That model is hot garbage. Like literally hot garbage.
I've played classic or the classic Cap, the Shield Cap, like because I liked him back. There was this window where I was playing Shield Thanos, and I needed a 4 threat, and because you could add dice to attacks, like Cap was actually like a good 4 threat for me when the threat level dictated me having a 4, and so in those situations, and I'm like I liked him fine in that. I needed an affiliated 4. Now, obviously, you'd probably do like Agent Venom, or you've got more options now, and so I'm not sure that I would stick with him. But I was like, he was fine. he has like some Medusa-esque qualities, but they very much like reined it in. I think if you do like a couple of things like hit points, and I just don't think that his place needs to be no extracts, right? Because he has the spend 2 place 2, and it's like, why can web swing place and get more dice and totally not give a shit about extracts, but like it has to give a shit about extracts for this 4 threat? Like that always bugged me.
Well, because webs are clearly doing like a swing and a cool pose at the same time while doing a kick, all in like one's fluid motion. No else nerds.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I think we're ready to close out the main episode. I'm going to try to convince Colin he should do some bonus action with us as well for the patrons, and I'll we'll try to make it available for the Colin enthusiasts one way or another for like supporting Colin. But Colin, how do you want to close out the episode for us?
So I do actually want to say one thing.
Ooh, yes.
You can say whatever you want.
I shaved
As
to
official
a mustache.
move.
I shaved to a mustache just for this. Because I was like, how can you be on a podcast with Danny and not have a mustache? So, Omnis, I have a question. Where's your mustache?
It's right here.
But yeah, I mean, that's, you should always remember, ladies and gentlemen, you should move, throw.
Especially with Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's very good at it.
Move, get the fuck off my point.
Yeah.
Later, nerds.
What would you prefer? Yellow spandex